How's it going, RJ? Just Auburn's going through a quarterback switch. They got Finley. You're a guy that I think you faced him last year at LSU. What do you remember about him, and how much does that change y'all's overall defensive game plan?
He was a pretty good football player, intelligent. I know that they did a lot of look back, so I mean I know his coaches kind of helped him out with the calls and stuff. But I mean, I look forward to him, running the offense, and making calls and leading them. So, it's a challenge.
RJ, at least on our side of things, Damani's not a guy that maybe we all expected to be playing a ton of snaps this year, but he's obviously been put into a bigger role with Sherrod down. Just how have you guys seen him take to that role and being in a bigger spot and taking on as many snaps as he has? Maybe at the beginning of the season when we might not have expected it otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Damani has always been a very good football player. He's taken tremendous snaps in the previous years. So, I mean, just to see Damani playing the type of football that he's playing, it's no surprise, especially, that's a guy that you work with every day. So you see the work that he's putting in, you see the commitment that he has to it. So, just seeing everything flourish from him, is great.
RJ, I know last season you weren't out there with him, but what do you remember just from watching that game and just from talking to some of the players in terms of what they remember from TJ Finley? Obviously, different team, different players that he's going to be around, but just the respect that they have for him getting ready for this week.
Just a great quarterback, capable of throwing the deep ball, capable of placing balls, wherever he wants to place them at. So, you just have to play tight coverage and, plaster your man whenever, pass opportunities come.
You guys ever tease Damani about how quiet he is? Try to get him to talk.
Definitely.
What kind of things do you do?
Yes, sir. We just tell him, you got to talk. It ain't gonna hurt to talk to us. He's definitely doing a lot better than like where he used to be. But I just feel like also though his comfort level has increased, so he's more vocal, in response to that too. So.
How have you evolved year over year as a player? You were 10 games into the books now this season. Where do you see your biggest improvements as an individual?
I probably would just say my approach to the game, during the week, you win a lot during the week. So just, honing in on tendencies, alignments, what teams like to do, and just, the key players, like in certain situations, who they want to get the ball to. So, just the DEs and Fs, knowing ABCs, but, also honing in on DEFs. So.
Have you given much thought about your future after this season? Do you want to return for another year? Do you want to move on? Have you and guys in your position sort of, in terms of eligibility, talked about maybe coming back for another year because you like what's going on and you want to make a run at something?
No, sir, we haven't really discussed that. I mean, just as far as now, the only concern is just winning the week. Week in and week out, every week is a season. So you just focus on winning the day and, in result of that, winning the week.
RJ, obviously earlier in the year you had a suspension and missed a game. From that situation, where do you see yourself now? How was that? How much of a learning experience was that for you?
Just like I said, talking about opting out, I couldn't be without football. So, it just made me appreciate even more, having the opportunity to go out there and play. Just letting me know that, like at any point, the game could be taken away from you for, whatever reason. So just, cherish the opportunity and take advantage of every chance that you get when you play.
And with Cam Smith on the national level, do you as a fellow defensive back, do you feel like he's getting enough attention for the way he's played this year?
Cam couldn't be. I would say Cam is underrated, but he's working. And so work is undeniable. What you put on tape, it's undeniable. So just tell Cam, keep his head down, keep going, keep doing him, and everything will work out for him.